Hello, everybody. Today we're going to go over how to sign up and document clinicals. Once you have clinicals approved by your instructor, you can log into Platinum Planner, and at the top you will see opportunities listed. Opportunities and clinicals mean the exact same thing. In order to sign up for those available clinicals, you're going to go click on Available Opportunities. When you need to show your opportunities, you're going to click on the class and select the one that applies to you and clinical behind the name. As you scroll down, you'll see a variety of clinical time available. When you find one that fits the start date and the time that works for you, you can go to the right and click Sign Up. Once you have signed up for that clinical, you're going to go back to Opportunities and click on My Opportunities. And once that has been approved by your instructor, you should see it listed here. So now I have several tabs I can look at. I can look at any upcoming clinicals, any that are ready to document, anything that's been returned, submitted, approved, or rejected. If you have questions on any of your clinicals listed here, please contact your EMT instructor, or if you're in the paramedic program, your clinical coordinator. Once you are ready to document that clinical, you can go to Begin Documentation. The first thing it gives you is an overview. In the overview, you're going to see the opportunity name, the address, the phone number. The phone number is very important for you to know before the date even comes up for your assigned clinical. So in case you're sick or you have an emergency or going to be late, you can contact them right away and let the site know. Over to the right, you'll see in Google Maps a location and directions if you pull this up on your phone. So this is simply an overview of what you can expect as far as the time, the location, the date, all the information that you need. If this does not align with your schedule, please contact your instructor immediately to have it changed. In information, this is what you're going to start as soon as you get to your clinical. So first thing to the right in the blue box, you're going to check in. Once you checked in, it's going to ping your location and warn you if you are checking into a clinical when you're not at the site according to the Google Maps. So please do not check in until you have already arrived at your destination and have reported to the nursing staff or any hospital or clinical staff. For your preceptor, you can do a search option to find your preceptor and see if their name comes up. If you cannot find them, click New. Oftentimes, they are in there. You just have to search via email address. Find the preceptor who you're going to be with at your clinical site and click Select. You should not be choosing my name for your preceptor. This is for demonstration only. Please choose the preceptor who's actually at your clinical shift. You'll see that you can adjust your actual start time and your end time. This would be in case an emergency came up, you were late, or maybe you decided to stay longer because there was a late call or a patient that came in that the staff had permitted you to stay late for. Once you selected your preceptor, go ahead and click Save Changes. You will not see anything different other than at the top. It'll let you know your information has been saved. Under Patients, P for Patients is where you're going to document all of your patient contacts. When you're ready to document a patient contact, click Add Patient to the top right in green. Go ahead and select the appropriate information for this patient. And in a clinical, you should always be selecting live. Chief complaint, choose the one that most closely fits that patient's complaint. And in the notes, you're going to document any pertinent information. For some of you, this will mean a full patient care report. For others, this will mean documenting some of the things that you saw or any medications you possibly administered. please coordinate that with your instructor as to what information they want in the patient notes. For now, we'll just type in a few things. Completed an assessment. Skills, you can click assessment. There we go, assessment of adult. If you are successful, choose successful. If you attempted it, however, your preceptor needed to assist you, click attempted. If this is something you watched, choose observed. So let's say this patient, this is an EMT class, you assessed the adult patient. However, you witnessed a medication administration. So safely administered medications, you can say that you observed that. And click save. So here's your first patient that you should have documented. As you continue your clinical and assess more patients, go ahead and keep adding to the green tab above. And start all over again with entering your information. Let's move on to forms. Under forms, you have three available options. The site preceptor form is required by you, the student, to fill out on the site and the preceptor. Every student has to do this for every preceptor, every site. Your information is 100% confidential, and the site or the preceptor are not permitted to see it unless the instructor and or myself decide that they need to see their own evaluation. So once your shift is getting close to done or about done, click out fill out form. Please rate the site or preceptor on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest. Add any comments that you feel are appropriate. Once you have completed that, you should have a green check saying, yes, I have completed it. The clinical shift evaluation does not apply to any EMT student, and it only applies to paramedic or fire medic students when they are in their field internship. So if you are not in that place in your program, please disregard this form. The preceptor evaluation of student form. This is something your preceptor can fill out on the student if they are unable to complete their Platinum account, or if you are running into any issues with the preceptor completing their evaluation through Platinum. So if this is presenting itself as an issue when you're having a conversation with your preceptor, at the end of your shift, when all of your documentation is done, you can open up this form for the preceptor, hand it to them so they can complete it, and then the information should immediately be submitted because it is not something for a student to review. The preceptor should type any comments and they should sign it. Again, this is a backup plan. It is not for routine use. If you have questions about that, please contact your instructor. Documents is 100% optional. This would be a place that you could drag and drop or add any photos here if appropriate. And lastly, submit. So the orange button, you'll see submit documentation. Add a message if there's something that you need to make aware for your instructor. Otherwise, the preceptor should sign. Once they sign, you can go ahead and submit the documentation. If your preceptor is currently using Platinum Planner, once the documentation has been submitted, they will receive an email notification for them to go in and complete their evaluation of you. If you needed to use the backup plan or the form within Platinum Planner, please email your preceptor or